What up, B Squad? It is your boy JB, and we are here today with the episode 16 review of Sistas on BET. So, this is season 5, episode 16, and this episode was titled Picture Perfect, you guys. So, before we go ahead and get into this review, if you guys are watching this video or any other on the channel and you guys aren't subscribed yet, do me a solid favor and stop taking me out on this date. Have me pay for it at the end of it. Like the video, subscribe to the channel, turn your post notifications on, and share the video. And with that out of the way, without further ado, let's discuss Sistas on BET, shall we? So, you guys, we open this episode up with Angela being messy AF, right? Showing Fatima the picture of Zach and Karen, right? So, Fatima's asking her, like, so who took this picture? Were they being messy? And she's like, no, it was one of my friends. And I was thinking to myself the entire time, I was like, so it's one of your friends who went down to the salon, right? How does your friend know who Zach is? And how does your friend know about Fatima? Like, I'm not drawing the conclusion. I'm not figuring this out, right? I'm not understanding how this is, right? So when she kept saying her friend sent it to her, I'm like, girl, just tell us that it was Belinda, because that's what it's giving, that Belinda sent this picture to you. You can't pay me to believe it wasn't Belinda. So Fatima says that, you know, she's going to talk to Zach about this so that way she can look in his eyes and know if he's telling her the truth or not. But I mean, once again, if you look at the picture, and then here's the thing about it, the person who sent you this picture, they clearly saw Karen kiss. So Zach was standing like this. Karen kissed him on the cheek. And from your vent and from the person was sitting damn near next to Karen. So you know how it was. So whoever sent this picture was 100% being messy. So then we see Sabrina. So Sabrina went over to Andy's office and Fatima came out, right? So she asked about Andy. She said, well, one of the partners just went into Andy's office, but you can come to my office until she's finished with her meeting, right? So Robin went into Andy's office and he told her that the guy that she suggested to him, he wants 20%, he wants 20% interest, right? She said, so did you get the money? He said, yeah, he's already wired it to me. So she said, so what's next? He said, I've already called a meeting, so I'm going to put the money down tomorrow. So then she asked him, oh, no. He asked her, can he see her? She says, no. So then Fatima came in with Sabrina, right? And so Fatima came in and told her Sabrina was there, so she brought Sabrina in, right? So, Andy is just saying, talking to Sabrina, asking her how she's doing, and Sabrina was told her she's waiting on the phone call from Maurice, right? So we're gonna pause here and move forward. So Andy told Sabrina, like, I'm doing all that I can for Maurice, and she told her she had already told her about the phone call, right? So the phone rang and Maurice answered the phone. So Sabrina said, can you hear me? He said, yeah, bitch. And Andy was like, so Maurice was rude because Andy came on and she said something to him. He called Andy a hoe. And I was like, this is how you talk to people who are potentially or trying to help you get out of a situation that you shouldn't be in because of a no good person that you were involved with that lied on you. And I love the fact that Andy had to check him because at one point he said, y'all better do this, y'all. And Andy was like, no, Maurice, we don't better do anything, right? She says, Sabrina cares about you. And I'm doing this because I care about Sabrina because you and I are not friends. And he had to humble himself, right? Because she was talking about bail and he was just being rude. And I'm like, Maurice, I'm not gonna sit here and put all the blame on Maurice, right? Because Calvin even suggested that the bum stay there. So I'm not gonna sit there and put it all on him. But he apologized to Andy, right? And Sabrina's like, did you have to do that? Yes, she did. Because he was being rude to you and to her who are trying to help him out of a situation that it's not his fault, but he is part of the problem. So then we see Hayden. So Hayden called Gary and he is bragging about Tamara, talking about he's met the one. So then, and Gary tells him that Robin, no. Hayden told Gary that Robin was in Andy's office, right? So Gary says, well, I hope that Andy did tell him about what we're doing, right? Because Gary thinks that there's no way that Robin can come up with the money, right? But he then tells Hayden that he called a meeting with, Gary, Hayden, and his client tomorrow. He feels like Robin is calling that meeting because he's telling him that he doesn't have the money, right? So then Hayden starts talking about Fatima, calling her his girl, and talking about what he's done with Zach. I was like, oh my God. Now Gary has some audacity to try to say, don't do this behind a girl. I'm like, but Gary, I might not like Hayden, but Hayden called the hypocrisy out, right? He was like, you talking about me, but you getting him out because of Andy. So he says, we're two peas in a pod. And I'm like, y'all absolutely are two peas in a pod. Dumb and dumber. So let's pause here and move forward, you guys. So you guys, Pam, she went up to Karen and said, you gotta go, Karen. And Karen says she's not going, right? So then Aaron shows up and Pam was like, you show up out, like you really show up a lot. You like that devil on your shoulder. He's like, don't say that. So then he tells Karen he wants to go take her out to dinner. I was like, please take her to dinner. Please take her out of the country. Please take her somewhere that we never have to see Karen ever again, right? So Karen says, okay, she's gonna go with him, but she had to go to her office, right? So she went to her office to get her stuff, but she called Andy and she told Andy, Zach brought down the paperwork from his attorney and she wants her to review it. She says, okay, bring it to me tonight. She says, well, Aaron is taking me out, but I'll bring it to you after me and Aaron leave dinner. So how about 9? Is that okay? So they're going to do that, right? So then we see Andy. So Andy went down to Fatima's office, right? So Andy had been calling Fatima and Fatima had missed her call. So Andy asked her, like, what's wrong? Is everything okay? Fatima says nothing. So Andy says, Fatima, what's wrong? So she shows her the picture, right? So Andy was like, that looks like an old picture. She's like, he just had that on a date, right? So then they also talk about the child support, and they talked about the child support. And my whole thing is, Fatima's talking about the fact that Zach hasn't texted her or called her. If that's unusual, reach out to your man and say, hey, babe, is everything okay? You usually text me about this time of day. And I hate that Fatima is sitting there stewing, and that's what's bothering me. So they left out the office, right? Because not Karen, but Andy said, go talk to your man. So when she left out, Robin came and told Andy that he was able to get bail for Maurice, but it's the same situation with Sabrina. It has to be cash money, and it's $1.5 million. I was like, ooh, shit. So Robin asked Andy out on a date, right? Andy is a liar and a contradiction because Andy said no. He said, wow, so I'm not going to be able to make it up to you. She says, no. Once you burn me, I'm out. And I was like, once you burn her, you're out. Girl, let's talk about all the times that but Gary has burned you. When he took you to that house far away from everybody and the cops showed up and arrested him and you were stranded. Him hugging you so tight that he bruised you, right? Jasmine and her homegirls roughing you up in the parking lot and Fatima had to come and save you. So you've been burned by Gary a whole lot of times, but yet it says you keep going to Gary. Gary was spying on you and you still go back to Gary. So obviously it's not you burn me, I'm done. Like, Andy is a contradiction, but y'all can have Andy. Y'all can have Andy. So let's pause here and move forward, you guys. So after Andy had the conversation with Robin, she called Sabrina. She told Sabrina Robin was able to get Maurice bail, but it's $1.5 million and it has to be cash money, right? So Sabrina was like, well, do you have it? She's like, Sabrina, I put up everything I had to get you out of jail. So Sabrina says, well, I have $87,000, right? She's like, do you think Karen has it? She's like, Karen doesn't have it. She said, well, what about Zach? I was like, wait. Who? Who? Did you say Zach? Zach. Karen's ex Zach. Okay, girl. scratch him off the list. So she says, well, I do know someone. So she hung up the phone and she called Bayo. And I was like, you're going to call a man that you don't really know. How does that make sense, Sabrina? Like, I was literally sitting there thinking to myself, how does this logically make sense to anybody? But she did that, right? So Danny called her because Danny wanted to come over. She says, well, Bayo was coming over. And then she told her about the situation with Maurice. And she's like, so you're going to ask him for the money? Even Danny was like, girl, I don't think that's a good idea. You don't even know that man that well. It just doesn't feel right you asking him for the money. I was like, A to the man. So let's pause here and move forward, you guys. So you guys, the prosecutor, he's really starting to get on my last DAM nerve, right? So the prosecutor went to Maurice's cell, basically telling Maurice that he got bail, right? And he told him it's $1.5 million. And Maurice was like, oh shit. And so the prosecutor was like, but you still can take my deal and give me Sabrina. Sabrina didn't do anything, sir. I want this man to go away to the prosecutor. He is working my last nerve, right? So he told Maurice, like, so if you come up with the bail, I'm going to be all over you to figure out how you got it. Oh my God, sir. This storyline doesn't make any sense. This storyline makes no sense to me. Because here's my thing. If you really believed that Maurice and Sabrina did this, you could actually try to revoke bail, because you could say the money that I have, and that's what makes it even stupider and even worse to me. The fact that he wanted a cash bail, but y'all think that they robbed the bank. If you think somebody robbed the bank, why would you ask for a cash bail? That makes no sense, because that's not collateral. I mean, yes, it is collateral in the sense that they're going to take the money, but that makes no sense to me. Because when do you think, like, here's my thinking process. If I'm a prosecutor, if I think that they robbed the bank, I'm not going to ask for a cash bail. You're going to have to go to a bondsman. And here's my other question, right? Because with bail, it's 10% of what it is. So he's asking for 1.5 mil. So, God, and that's just why I say it's just so stupid to me. It really is stupid to me, you guys, because it doesn't make any sense. If you believe that these two robbed their own bank that they work at, don't you think that they would probably give their friends the money to help them out? I'm just saying, right? Wouldn't that be, never mind. We're in Tyler Perry's world. So that ended. So then we move over to this scene with Fatima, right? So Fatima got home and she pulled into the driveway and Angela called her. I don't know who did that wig that is plopped onto Angela's head, but you could see that part and you could see the wig right here, and then you could see her real hair up here. It was horrible, right? So now Angela's like, well, should I come over? I'm like, girl, you've already done the damage. No. So Fatima went into the house eventually, and she was, Zach tried to kiss her and she was cold with Zach. And I'm like, oh my God, Fatima, why? Just ask him. So she eventually shows him the picture, right? And I'm just like, oh my, this is stupid to me. Here's my thing, right? Here's my thing. Here's my issue with this scene right here. If Zach was going to kiss Karen, why would he do it in her salon in front of a bunch of women? Why would he be so open about doing it? It doesn't make sense to me, you guys. It's stupid. It's stupid. It's stupid. Let me know what you guys thought about this episode. That's really all I got. If I left it, I hope I didn't leave anything out, you guys, which I don't think I did. I don't believe I left anything out. If I did leave anything out, we can definitely discuss it down in the comment section below, you guys. Subscribe to the channel, turn on your post notifications, and share the video, you guys, and I will catch you guys in the next one. So, you guys, I still got to watch Married at First Sight, so you guys should see Married at First Sight. Married at First Sight, Real Housewives of Miami, and Hot Topics. I think I'm gonna do Hot Topics this week. You guys should see them all either late tonight or early tomorrow morning. And Growing Up Hip Hop, that will be on Friday because I still got to watch the last 2 episodes of Growing Up Hip Hop. Now, with Growing Up Hip Hop, I'm not going to review the last 2 episodes like I've done these other shows. I'm just going to go and talk about tonight's episode of Growing Up Hip Hop, and we will be caught back up, you guys. But I'll see you guys for, like I said, Real Housewives of Miami and Married at First Sight and Hot Topics for Friday. So Thursday night, Friday morning, you guys will see Hot Topics, Real Housewives of Miami, and Married at First Sight. And I will catch you guys later. Stay safe out there, you guys. Take care of yourselves. Wash your hands. Be blessed. And I'll see you guys later. And also, like the video, subscribe to the channel, turn your post notifications, and share the video. And I will catch you guys later. Bye, guys.